started as an atheist and a materialist. You were a brain surgeon. What shook you out of materialism?
Well, many things. I always respected Christianity. I thought it was a lovely story. I thought Christians were really nice people. I just thought it was just a pleasant myth. And I fell in love with science, and I majored in biochemistry in college, and I went on and I fell in love with neuroscience in medical school and decided to become a neurosurgeon. And I found as I practiced neurosurgery that things I was seeing in patients and in patients who had brain conditions didn't really fit the textbooks that I had. And I saw that what was wrong was the materialist perspective that the textbooks took. So it got me to thinking, and many other things in my life moved me to Christ. Start to think, well, what am I doing here? Where did I come from? Where am I going? You know, you get so caught up in everyday life that I felt as though I was missing the big question, and I didn't have any answers to that question. So while this was going through my mind, my youngest son was born, and my wife and I noticed that he wasn't really making really good eye contact as a young infant, and I was afraid that he was autistic. And the thought that he wouldn't connect to me was really terrifying to me. Late at night, and as I was leaving the hospital, I was really having a tough time emotionally, so I stopped by the hospital chapel, and I got in front of the altar and I prayed, and I said, Lord, I don't know if you exist. I rather doubt that you do, but if you do exist, this is something I can't take. I can't have a child who is separate from me in this way. It's something I don't know that I can bear. And I heard a voice, only time in my life I've ever heard a voice, and the voice said, but that's what you're doing to me. And I collapsed. I said, well, I won't do it to you anymore. I'm sorry. I know how it feels now. So the next day I called up the church, said I need to get baptized like fast as possible. And a couple of days later was my son's 6-month birthday, and I came home from work, and he was perfectly normal, making eye contact, smiling, a normal baby. So I realized that the Lord had shown me what I was doing to him. So I've spent many years now trying to get closer to him and to help people see that Christ is the answer. Christ is the way.